Welcome to the Truro Nissan Weekly Update Show for your week starting Monday, September the 24th. Okay, we are not in the studio today. We are actually, we're about 15 minutes outside of Stewiacke. Head past the big stop, turn left, I think it's at Bill's Farm, you know, the one with the red barn. Okay, that's not where we are. I had a conference this week for some software that we use in Las Vegas. So this is actually in the hills near Las Vegas. I reached out to some friends at United Nissan. They were kind enough to loan us this fantastic, it's literally a brand new truck. So I said, you know, I want to just drive a little bit outside of Vegas and shoot some video and stuff. And I did drive a little bit outside of Vegas. I found a dirt road and I drove for another 10 minutes up that dirt road, and now I'm in a canyon here. I think I'm gonna get through this quickly because there's some shotgun shells over there. I'm pretty sure I saw a rattlesnake earlier. This area is teeming with wild burros. They're donkeys, so they just wander around. I don't think I want to get too close because they might do something unexpected. This kind of looks like where there might be coyotes, and I don't really want to meet those either. So we're gonna get through this quickly. We've decided to start a new segment called Cooking Tips with Jason the Technician. I'm gonna leave that right there. We're gonna get to that in a minute. We're also gonna spend a little time with our financial services manager, Laura Dingle. When she joined our team, she had already had a wealth of time and knowledge invested in the banking industry, really understands credit, and has done some amazing things for our customers in regards to rebuilding credit. I'm looking around while I'm talking. I just wanna make sure that I don't get eaten out here. From time to time, we're gonna ask Laura to share some stuff with us. She has a lot to share. It's 100 degrees out here in the desert, and we're gonna talk to Derek, our service manager, about winter tire season. Winter tire season, 100 degrees, totally fits. Like, I'm sweating out here. But anyways, we're gonna talk about winter tires. So let's first go to our newest weekly segment. So if you remember in the last episode, we introduced Jason. In Jason's previous life, he was actually a Red Seal chef. The guy's awesome, and he's agreed to do weekly cooking tips with Jason the Technician.
My tip for this week is barbecue maintenance. Clean your grill. If it's dirty, you gotta clean it. The cleaner it is, the better the heat will get through to your food without adding extra smoke from leftover burnt fat or particles that have dripped on. Clean the grill, a good stiff scrub brush, lots of hot soap and water, dry it off, and then coat it with oil before you put it back in. Don't use olive oil, it's got a low smoke point, so it'll burn on you. Use a good vegetable oil. Sunflower works as well too. Keep your grill clean, you'll get better heat, better food. It's the fall now, barbecue season isn't over yet. Don't pack that up. Thanks, I'll see you next week.
Barbecuing, who can't relate to barbecuing? And I totally agree with Jason. Just because it's the fall doesn't mean we put the barbecue away. Standard equipment in Canada when it comes to barbecue utensils, like a shovel. Like, who doesn't have a shovel next to their barbecue? How are you gonna get to it when it snows? I'm gonna be constantly looking around here to make sure that nothing's sneaking up on me like one of those wild burros or a giant pit viper. I don't even know what's out here, but I don't really want to find out. Okay, in the next segment here, we're going to spend a little bit of time with Laura Dingle, our financial services manager. Like I mentioned, she's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the ins and outs of credit. So we've asked her to sort of shed a little light on some of the misconceptions around credit and what it means and that kind of thing.
Hi, I'm Laura Dingle. I'm the financial services manager in Truro Nissan, and I've been working here since August of 2016. Your credit score is really important when you're buying a car or anything else that you need a loan for. The higher the credit score, the better an interest rate that you're going to get. The more challenged your credit, sometimes your rate gets a little bit higher. So that's something that we can help with here. We can certainly help you navigate the credit system and see kind of where you sit. I think what's important for people to remember is that your credit score doesn't determine who you are. It's really just a number that represents a snapshot in time. It's a rolling number. It changes with time, and it's something that we can definitely fix, but you can't fix it unless you know what it is. Basically determined by how you make your payments on a regular basis. So if your payment is due on the 5th, do you always make it on the 5th? Or are you consistently making it on the 9th? Do you keep your balance for your credit card? If your limit is $10,000, are you always at $10,000? Are you sometimes at $11,000? Or are you in fact at $5,000 and you've got lots of room to play with? All of those things are very important to your credit score. Somebody who has a high credit score is going to find it pretty easy to purchase a car. They're going to be able to use a tier 1 lender like Nissan Canada Finance or any of the major banks. Somebody who may have had some challenges in the recent past may use some of near prime lenders. Every person really is different. Sometimes we choose the lender based on the sources of income that people have available. Sometimes it's based on the types of issues they've had in their past. So it really is a very individualized system where we sit down and have conversations with people and determine what's the best for them. There are different lenders that every car dealership deals with. We certainly have our selection because we're a large group of dealers. We have the ability to talk to a large number of people and determine what's really the best for you. And at the end of the day, we're not going to give you bad advice. We're always going to be open and honest with you and give you the best information we can moving forward. And if it's possible for us to get you in a vehicle, we'll find a way to do that. We're very clear up front that we'll do everything we can. Probably a year. I think we were able to get them in an older car to get them started initially, but they were really looking for an SUV. We actually worked out a strategy, so we were able to pay off some collection items and really keep our focus on keeping the payments all up to date. And then we were able to go back to the same lender and get them in the brand new Qashqai that they were looking for. I have a lot of belief from spending a lot of time working in the financial services industry and banks that for most people, having challenge credit is something that changes over time and something that we can definitely help with. And I think by doing that, we hope to build a relationship with people so that we'll be selling them their 5th and 7th car, not just the first one that we're able to get them into. And we hope that we're building a relationship with them and with the community around us as people who are trustworthy and able to help coach them to where they have to be. So having clean credit bureau, having that access to that information is power, is being able to control that information. And that's information that you own at the end of the day. It's information that you 100% control. Take more time and sit down with somebody and say, is that something that we can take a look at? Is it something I can fix? Certainly everybody has incidences where, there's nothing they can do about a missed payment or something like that, and that's completely understandable. But at least we can show them how to fix it after the fact and get them back on the right path. Yeah, and for anybody who thinks all is lost, my credit's always awful and it's always going to be awful, that's completely not true. Everything can be fixed. It's just really a matter of time and effort to spend the time sitting down with me or with somebody to find out what the actual problem is. So many people are just afraid to even know where the issue came from, let alone, what's actually causing the problem. Once we identify it, we can fix it. But if we don't know what it is, then you're kind of stuck with it. So, definitely spend the time, come and see me, or take a look at it yourself. You can actually get your own credit bureau from Equifax.ca or TransUnion.com.
Okay, whew. I thought I heard something, so I just jumped. Let's stop right there. Clearly the 100-degree weather and all the heat was getting to me. I seem to have lost my mind at this point. You can probably see, I'm sweating profusely here. The funny thing about the desert though, the sweat comes off and then it doesn't go anywhere, it just vanishes. Okay, so let's talk to Derek now. 100 degrees, desert, winter tires, it all makes sense.
It feels like it is 360 degrees in this tire shed. Oh, it is actually really warm in here. I'm sweating. This year we probably have our biggest pre-order. I have new tires coming in for the Nissan Kicks, the Qashqai, the Titan. Also, finally, steel wheels available for the Titan, the Kicks, the Qashqai, Murano, Pathfinder. This year we have options for steel wheels, and we also still have the aluminum wheels option. A little bit more money, looks really, really nice, really sharp. Every pre-book, every pre-order of 4 winter tires this year at Truro Nissan, you get free nitrogen fill. Pre-book means basically you buy them and we will keep them here until you're ready. You don't have to worry about storing them. The bonuses for nitrogen, especially with our climates, the changes in temperature, usually air will fluctuate 10 degrees, so air will fluctuate a couple pounds. Nitrogen stays constant. It improves your driving, tire wear, fuel mileage, all the important things. And here at Truro Nissan, we're going to offer you free nitrogen with every 4 tires. If you're watching this and you didn't buy your vehicle from Truro Nissan, don't worry, you're still qualified. Free nitrogen with every purchase of 4 winter tires here at Truro Nissan.
Man, it's like extremely quiet out here when you guys are gone, and you hear things, right? There's little holes all over the place, and I don't really know what lives in those holes. This is the desert. I've watched too many shows. I did, though, bring bottled water, a protein bar. I've watched way too many shows. You know, this guy decided to go for a drive out in the desert and never came back. I'm just hoping that's not me. Anyways, we'll wrap up right now. Man, there's also not only empty shotgun shells, but there's bullet casings here too. I really don't want to spend too much more time here. I still got to get back to the highway, and there's still daylight, which is great. So 7 days from now, go out there, have a fantastic week, and thank you very much.